If anybody has any questions, please feel free. Give me a minute. So let me put my laptop on charge. Yeah. Fine. So since nobody has any questions for the first stage, we will move on to the next stage. Any idea on the next stage after need recognition? Stage 2. This is search for information. Who will search? The consumer. This decision journey is of the buyer. Meaning the consumer. Okay. So search for information. So if I have understood that there is a need and that the need has to be, addressed, I have to understand how the need can be addressed either by a product or by a brand. So when I say product, so let us say I have a need for, I am feeling thirsty. I want to quench my thirst. That's the need. I can go for water. I can go for drink, which can be soft drink, hard drink, or health drink to quench my thirst. So when I am saying water or any drink, this is the product. If I am saying I will go for health drink, so Red Bull and any other type of brands which I will be preferring to select to fulfill my need. So you need to understand when a person searches for information, one, what type of information he is seeking. What is the source from where he is seeking information? How is he processing information? Yeah. So when you are talking about search for information, first we will try to understand about the type of information he needs. So does he need information on brand? Does he need information on product? Does he need information on sellers, meaning the vendors? What is the information which he needs? Does he need information on hospital? Does he need information on physician? Does he need information on location? What information does he need? Number one. Number two, what is the source of information? Can anyone tell me what could be the source of information?
Internet, for example.
Okay.
Online.
What else?
Other consumers.
Asking friends and family.
Okay.
Marketing research.
Okay. What else?
Even they can contact their doctors also. They can also be the source of information in terms of preventive healthcare, for example.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So
anyone can be from your society, from your
public society. Okay.
Past users, word of mouth
Yeah.
publicity. Past users,
Users, word of mouth, reviews, feedback, anything else? Now,
Influencers, ma'am.
yeah, please go ahead.
Magazines and books and
Magazine, book,
Influencers or the affiliate marketing.
influencers, opinion leaders,
Madam, customer usage.
users, customers, users, own experience.
Yeah.
Their own experience, very good, own experience, if they have used the product.
Yeah, a test drive kind of a thing.
Very good. So if I categorize these, all these which you have just now said, all these, friend, family, yeah, all these will be your external or market driven content. Market driven content, brand, company, firm, all these are based on the market or on the brands. They advertise, they communicate. Whereas if I use friends, families, yeah, doctors, opinion leaders, other users, word of mouth, all will be, can anyone tell me? Consumer driven content or information. Okay. So these two, I am depending on external source of information. Whether consumer, friends, families, neighbors, other consumers, opinion leader, influencers, doctors, chemists, vendors, all will be in the other category, which is the internal or external source of communication. But I would not say this would be external source of communication, which will be market driven or consumer driven. Market or consumer driven. So if I can make it a little clear, the first is the type of information. Then I said about the source of information, broadly divided into external and internal. So external can be two types: market driven content or information, consumer driven content or information. As family, friends, relatives, neighbors. What is market driven? Boardings, advertising, salesperson, chemist, vendor, supplier, advertising, packaging,
fairs,
salesperson,
exhibits,
visual
exhibitions.
merchandising. All this will be market driven. What will be internal? Internal will be consumer's own memory based on his previous experience. So I would remember, the taste of Nestle coffee. I again go back to the retail store and buy coffee because of my experience of a taste or whatever. I'm just depending on my memory, nobody else, because I have used the product. So what did I say? I said two basic categories. One is external, one is internal. In external, market driven or consumer driven. In internal, the consumer, here the consumer is own memory because he has used the product. Now we will go to the third. This is process. How do we process information? Any idea? How do we process information? You can write on the chat, I will see it if you want to, or you can speak. Yeah. What is processing of information?
Professor, through which we are getting the information. It may be print media or any electronics media.
That will come as source.
Yes. Okay.
What is process?
A process refers, we can say here, as a market research or any kind of research activities.
As a consumer, I am the consumer. Let us say Vignesh is the consumer. How does Vignesh, who wants to buy, let's say, a laptop, how does he process information? It can be any source, from friends, from outside advertisement, whatever. But how does he process information? Yes,
See, customer, are we talking about customer, how customer will consume the information or company will consume?
It's consumer.
So for consumer, they can, this information, they can help to take decisions. So decision making can be made pretty easy with this information.
How do we process
or
information?
maybe say, if I'll talk about, if we talk about how they'll consume, say suppose if I wanted to buy a laptop, if I'll speak with a couple of my friends, if they give me a good opinion, right, the basic information I'll study, and about the performance, if somebody can acknowledge that the performance of that particular laptop model is really good, then chances of my buying that laptop would be really high.
Arpita?
Because of I'll get influence with the
Yeah. Yes. Arpita?
Ma'am, I feel process of information can be counted to be as a like whatever the data we have got, just converting it or like acquisition kind of thing.
Okay.
I feel that like the
Okay.
process
So
of
processing of information according to elaborate likelihood model takes place in two ways: central and peripheral. 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 I depend on the the external cues, and this is the logic, the central. So for example, let us take an example. You want to say Airtel is the best service provider. Yeah. So you want to give an ad. If the ad talks about technicalities, bandwidth, all these things to tell you how it gives you a better connect, then it is all about central. If Airtel, through a story, talks about the connect using a father and a child who are communicating for around half an hour, 30 minutes, so that the father is making the child sleep through the story, you are also talking about uninterrupted connection, but this is peripheral. You are using emotion. Here you are using rationality and logic. Correct? So as this is a marketer. So as a consumer, if I'm seeing an ad wherein the father talking to the child, telling him a story that the child sees is emotional, I am not convinced. But if I see a print ad wherein they talk about the bandwidth, the technicalities, all details which results in connectivity, better performance, functionality of the product, I am a person who processes information through central. Yeah. So which ad convinces me? Maybe this one, because I'm a person who processes information, meaning who tries to understand, interpret information using central route vis-a-vis a person who processes information through a peripheral route. Did you get me? So let us say Shivendra. So I am looking at Shivendra. Shivendra looks very pleasing, very disciplined, very approachable, something very attractive. So I am convinced with Shivendra and I will say, yes, Shivendra, go ahead and sell your product. This is peripheral. I'm looking at his look, his dressing sense, his smile, his language, his English is peripheral. But if I say, Shivendra, okay, describe about the product. You have 3-4 categories of credit card. Just imagine, Shivendra, you are a salesperson and you come over here and you are a flop. You know nothing about the product, or you are confused, or you are not able to pitch it. I will not like Shivendra and I will say, Shivendra, I have a meeting. Please let us close this discussion maybe some other time. That means Shivendra could not convince me through the central, meaning the functionality of the product, the logic of the product. He is very good in terms of its style, his look, his dressing sense. That would not help me. Why? Because as a consumer, either I'm using system 1 or system 2. So anybody who is using system 1, wherein he's thinking, he's developing attitude, he is deciding and judging and evaluating, is central 1, which is more to do with your heuristic. Meaning I will think, okay, Shivendra is my student, must be good. Heuristic. Tata is a trusted brand, must be good. Heuristic. So I am using periphery. But if I say no, if I am going for Tata AI, which is an insurance, should I go for? What is the premium? What is their, their return? What is their policy? What is their service? I'm going into detail about the functionality of the product. What is their growth? What is the warranty? All these things, if I see in a product, I am system 2, meaning analytical. So I would be convinced more by the central argument, central pitching of the product. Any doubt? So the person who is analytical will be logical, will understand what is the cost, what is the benefit. So if I'm going for insurance, I will try to figure out, what is the growth rate, what is the return, what will be the premium, what is the risk, which is the brand, who are buying it, all those details. But if I am buying, let us say, a purse, I will go for its look, for its design, for its, convenience, which is to do with the periphery. So depending on the product, depending on the individual, and which type of information he is giving importance to, you will say whether he is using central or peripheral. Yeah. So therefore, if you go to a physical store or an online store, you will find out there are certain informations which are given in very much detail. People will not like to go through the entire information. They will use peripheral cues. Like they will just read the information which are in bold, which are beautiful, which are in the form of an image. They will read only those and not go into the detail. Hence, you need to understand which information should be given in detail, which information should be given in terms of pictures, videos, images, good image, good color. Those are to do with periphery, emotion, jingles, fear, good scenic beauty, more of imagery, such type of thing. Central, it is all about warranty, performance, quality, durability, functionality. Any questions? Let me go through the chat. Somebody has written.
Professor, can we have a couple of more examples from different industries?
I will. Just give me a minute. There is a message from Amish. A consumer will process, in example, what specification I look for. Okay. Sure, take it. I'm giving you a couple of examples. Let us say car. I'm buying a car. You are the salesperson. So there is a male accompanied by a female. Mostly, not always, mostly male will look at its functionality. Meaning what is the, what are the different features, what are the advanced features, what materials have gone to it, from which country of origin it is, all functional central part of the automobile car. The female will look at maybe the brand image, maybe the style, maybe the color, maybe the design, which is most important for a female generally, because maybe the female does not have much knowledge on technology. Male has a lot of knowledge on technology, so he will be asking things like what is the technology, what is the warranty, what are the services, which features are used, which company of tires, all detailed things will be asked by the male. This is central, this is peripheral. Let me give you another example. Let us say medicine. So we go to the physician. Yeah. So when we are going to a physician, we will generally be on central, generally. So there is a Dr. A and Dr. B. So we will not look that this doctor is handsome, beautiful, good looking. I will go to this doctor. No, I will look at the doctor's, qualifications, his clients, the reviews, what type of infrastructure he has, what type of, what is his approach, what type of medicines he prescribes, what has been his success rate, meaning central. And not how good he looks, how beautifully he has made his hospital look like, for example, Medanta. Medanta hospital is just like a 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotel. But in terms of service, in terms of diagnosis, in terms of treatment, I don't know. Correct? So anything wherein you are swayed away by the look, by the design, by the get-up, by the appeal, by the jingles, by the emotion is peripheral. Anything where you go to the central logic, functionality is central. Yeah. So those are the things which you need to understand. Let me give you another example from a software industry. We have Tata software. Yeah. So let us say their ERP or CRM, any software, they are not very user friendly. Yeah. or they are not very, they have not taken into consideration the end consumers requirement, needs and requirements. So every time when I go for logging in, some of the features I see missing, or it is very slow in downloading. The features are, or their services takes their own time. Yeah, this is functional. So I will, as a person, because I use system 2, very rational consumer, the product is something which is rational. It is not a very fanciful product. This product will impact my performance. So I will see each of the feature in detail, make a plus minus evaluation, and then think, okay, Tata makes sense. The features are user friendly. They give service in fraction of a second. They have, service which can be from the remote. The downloading features are extremely friendly. All those details are there. The system is user friendly. It has usability. It is perceived to be very useful. It's central. But if I say no, Tata is a trusted brand. Any brands of Tata which I have been using is trusted. I use heuristics, shortcut, and periphery, meaning the brand. Therefore, I go forward and buy Tata, don't see into detailed features and other things. So it's periphery. So sometimes when you use heuristics, emotions, jingles, babies, in your communication, in your product, in your message, in your advertising, actually you are trying to influence consumer through peripheral route. But if you are focusing on your unique selling proposition, which is to do with functionality, warranty, service, durability, it is to do with your central. So therefore, you need to understand which one should you focus on. Should you focus only on central? Should you focus only on peripheral? Or should you go for a balance, or maybe central 70%, 30% will be the peripheral. That's how you as a seller would pitch, depending on how the buyer processes the information. I will give you the last example, which is to do with insurance or any financial instrument. So financial instruments, any investment. Yeah. So I will not go for share market and mutual fund. Why? Because they require a lot of understanding of technicalities. You need to have a financial knowledge, how the market functions, what are the dynamics of market. So you will not go for these products because it requires a lot of central processing. You need to calculate, you need to understand market growth, you need to see many other drivers. What you will do? You will go for post office investment NSE. Why? This is heuristic. Your father has been doing it and it gives you reasonable return. I will go for it. It's heuristic. So you are looking at the periphery, which means father has done, let me do it. Yeah. Or what you will do is you will go for two instruments. Let's say Tata versus Reliance or any other, or maybe let us say LIC. Okay. So you will see LIC is something which I can understand. The salesperson appears to be very friendly, very smart, very handsome. He is very friendly. He speaks things very. I am convinced that he can be dependent on. On these basis, I take a decision and I go for buying the financial product. Here it means, investment on mutual fund. This is peripheral. But if I ask this gentleman, the salesperson, tell me what has been the growth, what is the premium, what is the return, what is the risk, who has been doing it, how has been the performance over the year, all logic, functionality, core thing of the product, meaning I am depending on the central feature because I'm processing. So what I will do, I will ask the salesperson, give me the brochure, let me read it, let me do some internet search, let me do some let me get it clarified from my friends. I will do a lot of research. I will try to figure out, are the claims which are being made in detail. I will go for processing of information based on functionality, risk, growth, service. All these things is a person who is looking for central features of the information because it's system 2 driven. Could I make myself clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, another thing which you need to understand,
Yes.
whatever we design, I will tell you, because consumer behavior is dependent on, see, consumer behavior is dependent on one pillar, which is type of product. So if it is a financial or a life product, life-saving product, health and all those things, this is a serious product. It is to do with life and money. You cannot use humor. You cannot use emotion. Even if you use, it will not be effective. Yeah. Then comes the type of person. You know, there are people who are very analytical. Generally, there are people who are, rather I will say they are very emotional. Yeah. People who are analytical are system two. People who are emotional are system one. They will be very quickly influenced. They will be impulse in their decision. They can be carried away. They want to go for compulsive behavior. They are not having any guilt if they go for consuming some product regularly. Like, for example, if you go for smoking, it's not analytical, because analytical person knows it can impact and affect my health. Not necessary that the individual will be throughout in his life analytical. But generally, people who are analytical, let us say in my case, example, let us say I'm picking up a brand of ready to eat. So when I pick up the brand, I will first see the price. Again, I will see the manufacturing date, the expiry date, the ingredients used. Is it organic, not organic? I will read the entire packaging in detail. But there are people very casual. They will just pick the product and put it onto the cart and then give their credit card and swap it and then move out from the mall. But I will see whether they have entered it properly. Are the products item are 70? I will go on calculating each of them in detail. I will check whether products which were displayed as with one free, was it given? This is an analytical person, goes through central processing of information. Yeah. But a person who is into periphery is a system one, very heuristic, fast, impulse, depends on intuitions, and does not go into the detail. Yeah. So these are the ways how we differentiate between two pillars. And the third pillar is this one. Third pillar is all about situation. And what situation? It is buying situation. Yeah. So buying situation is whether you are going for a limited buying, whether you are going for a extensive buying, whether you are going for routine buying. Of grocery, buying of vegetables is routine. What is limited buying? Buying of apparel, buying of leather bags, shoes will be limited. What is extensive buying? Going for insurance, undergoing surgery, deciding which will be the school for the admission of your kids, what type of house should I buy will be extensive buying situation. So depending on the buying situation also, it decides whether you will be analytical, whether you will use system one or system two. So all these are related. So when I am telling limited buying, routine buying, extensive buying, all these are situation. Yeah. So you need to understand in the routine, your frequency of buying is high, this is normal, this is low. You don't frequently buy insurance, you don't frequently buy houses, you don't frequently change the admission of your kid in different school. Year one, some school, year two, another school, year three, some no. But routine buying, you buy every week, every month. Repeat buying, the frequency is repeat. Yeah. Then next is the price. The ticket price is low, high. This is in between. Then we talk about the risk. The risk is low, the risk is high. This is in between. Why is the risk high? So if I'm, undergoing a surgery, it has a long time effect and impact. So if I make a wrong decision, it will impact me. I cannot change. I cannot return. It's already, operation has already happened. But over here, I can throw, I may not use it. Next time, I may not buy it. There is opportunity. Next is the dissatisfaction. It is low. This is normal. This is high. Why? Because if I have put lot of effort, lot of money, risk is high, I will be extremely disappointed. Why? Because I have invested huge amount of money and the risk and the stake was very high. If it does not satisfy, I will definitely be dissatisfied. Anything which I am missing, the knowledge. The knowledge in routine is high, this is low, this is medium. Why? Because since we don't buy repeatedly, surgery is something where I have to evaluate it using so many parameters, criteria. But for buying of a candy or buying of a grocery item, I haven't to think so much. There are not much differences. And also I do have knowledge because I buy them quite very frequently. I see them quite frequently through advertisements, through exposures, through discussions. But these are, since they are not bought frequently, we are not that much, knowledgeable compared to the routine one. Anything which I am missing by when I categorize routine, limited, and extensive, I think I have covered up all of them. Yeah. Yes. So any questions? Depending on your situation, depending on the type of product, depending on the type of person, you would be either a person who will process information central or you will go for peripheral. Yeah. So if the product is to do with, let us say, home decor, which will come here. So there will be a balance of central and peripheral. But if I'm going for extensive, central will be something I will give importance to. If I'm going for routine, possibly I will give importance to periphery. Meaning, it says that with one candy, another free, I will buy it. Or the candy is very beautiful in its look, I will buy it. Or if the packaging is very attractive, I will buy it. All these are peripheral things. Yeah. Similarly, if the type of the product, as I said, candy vis-a-vis undergoing a surgery, and the type of the person. So there are people, even if they go for buying, regular items like grocery, they would be processing it in detail. They will see each information. They will evaluate each point. They will take out their time. They will be very careful. So these are the people who are more rational and analytical. Depending on the type of the people, you will be pitching, communicating, and displaying your product. Any questions?
No question as such, ma'am, but so candies or FMCG products, sometimes you take it for granted. Let's say you buy it, it's at the desk and you purchase it. But when it comes to luxury, any luxurious product, or let's say an iPhone or a Ferrari car, you definitely do a research, and you'll see all the functionality, what features I'm getting it, what price I'm paying. So luxury is something I think wherein the more focus goes into. But let's say if you go to grocery store, you'll have n number of items, you just pick it up, you ended up buying, something extra. Wherein I think the random buying is more often there, wherein people buy a lot of stuff. But coming to luxury item, I think we always see, evaluate,
Okay,
of course,
so let me
the
take
pricing.
the high-end buying, and you say always we go for central. Let's look at here. So let us say we are buying a high-end item. It can be luxury, it can be health related, yeah, it can be finance related, or it can be appliance related, like cars, technology product. Here I will talk about technology. Now, if you take customer A vis-a-vis customer B, product remaining same, let's say luxury, health, finance, technology, product same. But customer A may use periphery route and this fellow may use central. You know why? Because the knowledge of this gentleman is less compared to this person. So what he will do, he will find it very difficult to understand the technology nuances, the numbers, he may not be very comfortable. So he will look for things which will help him to take a decision, and these things will be periphery. How many people, like they will go for stars, they will go for reviews, they will trust on brand, they will see how many, meaning the number of people. On this, they will try to take a decision because they are not very comfortable in terms of, numbers in terms of calculations, equation, technological know-how. They don't know. So therefore, they cannot rely. And even if you explain, they will find it very difficult.
Yeah, you're right, ma'am. And even the services, like, let's say if you're buying any expensive product, let's say a laptop, if the service center are not available, right? If there are some, flaws or some fault which you are incurring after a year, if it was not sorted on a right time, there is no BPO as a call center wherein they are able to sort out those queries, and you don't even know where to go. Let's say you are living in Delhi, you have to go to Bombay. So that's again one of the important parameter which we should consider for the luxury items.
Yes. So therefore, first you need to know if the person is not knowing how to calculate, and you are doing all calculation and pitching the product, he will tell, okay, we can discuss some other, because he does not know what to do. Understanding? So therefore, when a person is himself not knowledgeable, let us say I remember when there was some surgery which was to do with your, let's say, knee surgery. Yeah. So the instrument which has to be used, they may be of different brands. I am not aware about how these are different, because I don't have knowledge about medicine, about health. Maximum what I can do, I can go to Google. But if a person who is a doctor, who is into that field, or maybe is not a doctor but does lot of research, he is by nature, he does lot of research, search, ask, tries to understand, then he will go for the center. But if I don't know, I'm not a medical person, I'm not comfortable with technology, I'm not comfortable with medical jargons, then to go on, I cannot. So as a salesperson, you of challenge to deal with customer A who has no knowledge about the numbers, about technology, about the scientific jargons which you use, yeah, vis-a-vis customer B who has lot of knowledge about the medicine, about technical jargons, about the about numerics, all these things he knows. So for him it will be very easy, he will be analytical. So you have to talk to him in analytical way, not in a peripheral way. That look, our brand is so good, so many people are buying and they are doing so. You see the review, see the testimonial. No, tell them the technicality, the functionality of the product. Yeah. Any questions?
Just as a small request, if we can citing those examples, we can have more relatable and generalized examples rather than having cancer, operations, knee surgery, rather than medical fields. We can have more generalized so
Tell
that
me,
we can
who is the
relate to it.
just a minute, I will do that. What's your name?
Shivendra, ma'am.
Surendra.
Shivendra.
Shivendra, okay. Shivendra, tell me, which is the company you are working for?
Higher appliances, ma'am.
Like?
It's into consumer durables.
Like?
Higher. Like LG Electronics.
LG is a brand. I'm talking about a product.
Product is refrigerator.
A refrigerator, okay. Now, sir, in refrigerator, your company, which company? LG?
Yes.
So LG, refrigerator, okay. So tell me the central features of refrigerator and the peripheral.
So peripheral will
color,
be like
design.
Peripheral will be like design, color.
Color, yeah. Then the look.
Yes. The look.
Yeah. Come to central. Tell me.
Central like technology, convertible.
What convertible?
Convertible, non-convertible refrigerators. It has Wi-Fi or not. Single door, double door.
Smart green.
Yes.
Yeah. What else?
It can be operated digitally, like it has digital panel.
That is
or
what
not.
is smart. Yeah. That is what is smart. You tell me the features.
Storage, ma'am.
Storage.
Capacity. Yeah. Storage capacity.
Capacity, electricity consumption.
That is green, na? Electrical is green.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
How to cool? Deep freezing.
Yes.
Deep refrigerating. What is the technology behind it? Yeah, tell me technology.
Defrost.
Defrost. What else? What else?
The equipments actually the carrying.
Tell me the compressor.
Yeah, digital inverter. Inverter compressor.
Yeah, all this will come in central. Do you think my mother will be able to evaluate all these things who is not knowledgeable? What is a compressor? What is an inverter?
Yes.
Nothing she will know.
Yes, she will not know.
Correct. So if,
Yes.
if she is accompanied by my father or maybe by my brother or somebody who is knowledgeable, they may evaluate a refrigerator on this. But if the salesperson is also trying to convince my mother, he will say, look, LG has this, along with this, which he has convinced to my father or brother. So if there are two persons who are going, you need to convince both of them, because finally it is my mother who will be taking the call. You have to convince her also. You have already convinced my father based on all this, or me based on all this. But actually the call has to go based on my mother's decision. My mother says, "Okay, these are okay, but the color is not something which is matching to my home decor." Then what will you do? Or she says, "No, the design will not fit to my kitchen," because she will ultimately take the decision. Or she says, "No, look, does not look so nice, like Godrej. It looks like my daddy's brand, the old brand." Then what will you do?
Then he will come up with different option of the product, other with the lower capacity, with a compact size.
I'm not interested. My mother does not understand capacity of this city, that city.
Then
She's
she
not
might
interested in that. Then what
then
she will say, she will say, no, let's go for Godrej, not
Yes,
for
yes.
LG. Why?
Yep.
Because she thinks, yes, all are there, taken for granted. I want something good color, good design, good look. Final call will be based on periphery.
Yes.
Central is something which is must. She thinks that is something which has to be given. It has to come in the refrigerator. Otherwise, it is not a refrigerator.
Yes.
That's by
You are
default.
understanding, Shivam?
Yes, ma'am.
But Shivam, if you are approaching a young bachelor like you, to whom you will sell, these things will not matter. This will matter.
Yes.
So depending on your client, the consumer, you will be pitching. Should you pitch on color, design, look? Should you pitch on compressor, inverter, green, smart?
Yes.
So to my mother, if you are talking all this technicality, she will say, "Okay, Shivam, I am busy. I will go some other time. I will come." And then Shivam will say, "Arre, she will come." You will be looking when she will come. She will never come. That is the difficulty which the salespeople always do. They will talk technically. Half of the technology they will not understand. And for my mother, what is the difference between an inverter, not an inverter? What does it make? What difference does it make? You said that smart green electricity. What electricity? How much comes a refrigerator consumes electricity? First of all, she does not know. So therefore, the challenge is, first you need to understand this lady, she is using periphery. This male is using central. Pehla, to you need to understand what they are using. For example, let me give you another very simple example. Let us say you are going online. Okay, you are buying from Amazon. You buy chicky. I look at ingredient. I don't look at the price, the number of chickies which you will get, the brands. This is important. If this is not available in the online, on the online, in the web landing page, I will not buy. Because it is central. I don't go for a very good look or for, the chickie is available at low price. The reviews are very good. It is a popular. All these stickers will not help me because I am into central processing. Shivendra, could you now connect?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Very well explained, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So in the search for information, first of all, you need to understand where is your customer. Is the customer is the central or in the peripheral? That is this one. You need to first understand. Then we will figure out what to do. So now, when I said that in the second phase, which is to do with, what was the second phase? It is search for information. So search for information. Okay. So you figured out what is the type, you figured out what is the source, you figured out what is the process. These are the consumer side perspective. As a marketer, what can you do? So if it is type, what can you do? First, understand what are the type of information a person wants. Product information, brand information, channel information, price information, feature information. What information I need? Is it product? Is it price? And terms of payment? Is it to do with, the channel where it is available? The phone numbers, the contact numbers? Is it to do with, the process, meaning the forms, the detail, the forms, and the documents which are required? Is the information which I am searching for? What information am I searching for? Is it the info like Amazon? If I am to buy apparel, what information am I searching? Fabrics. What else? Size, color, design. Yeah, these are the information, categories of information. So you have to be extremely clear what type of information are you searching for as a consumer. Are they available to the consumer on the online page or maybe in the physical store? Are they available? So this helps in categorizing. So if you go to DMart, you go to any of the physical store, they will have category-wise display and signage. So anybody needs any information, go to that lane, go to that particular landing page, go to that particular drop menu, depending on the type of information. Then what did I discuss after type? What did I discuss? Next was what?
Source.
Very good. The source of information. So you are loading with lot of marketing source, branding, advertising, hoardings, boardings, emails, all information from marketer. But I am searching for information from the users. Yeah. So how are you making them available? Am I getting the users' information? Am I getting the reviews, feedbacks? Yeah. So you need to find, are you giving a platform or is there any scope or opportunity for a person to access consumer information? For example, our students, they go during the fifth term to exchange program in different universities in abroad, in different, wherever we have partnership. So let us say we have partnership with University 1, University 2, University 3. I am a student. I want to take a call. Should I go for 1, 2, or 3? I have got a lot of information about the university. Based on their website, their advertisement, everything is given by the university. But I am searching for information which is to do with coming from students' mouth. Is there any such? I don't get. I'm searching, I'm lost. I'm not getting. Yeah. So if you are not getting any information based on the students, the alumni, then so it will be not very helpful, because it should have two-side information, user and the seller. Then it is authentic. What should you do as a marketer? Tell me. I am searching for consumer info. What should you do?
A platform for user-generated content.
Where? Which platform?
It can be anything from Google reviews, from
that means Gautam,
Mouthshot, anything.
That means Gautam, if you are a university, yeah, you want me, the student, to put all the effort and search in Google. Why should I? Why should I put so much of effort? I have no time.
The university creates such kind of tool or some platform.
Yes, does the university have a link wherein if I press the link, it takes me to a third party landing page, or it takes me to the alumni page,
the best
or
example,
some page where I get non-biased reviews?
The best example of this IIM Indore itself, we can just take a very good example. Like we have Times Pro and e-learning, and there are so many vendors for just giving the information about the courses and content and all details about the IIM Indore, and they can directly connect with the students or
yes.
candidates.
If you can connect with the students will say, yes, I took this course. These faculties gave these type of feedback, these type of content, these type of material. Gautam, will you believe them or will you believe the platforms who are approaching you for enrollment? Which one will you believe, Gautam?
More to the user generated content.
Absolutely, yes. If you don't give that in today's generation, you will be not, never ever preferred. Because I will go to other university which gives reviews of the alumni or students. Got it? Shukdev, you have raised your hand. Yeah.
Madam, that is why user testimonials are very important nowadays in the industry.
Yeah. Good question. Input. He said users feedback, testimonials. Amazon goes for a lot of user feedback reviews, na? Stars, 5 star, 10 star, 20 star. Do you believe? How authentic and credible they are. All cooked by Amazon, fudged.
Nobody can verify the authenticity, ma'am.
Correct.
Right.
Can you make the feedback, the testimonials unbiased? They should not be misleading. The review should be diagnostic, authentic. How do you do that as a marketer? How can I make, let's say I am Indore as alumni. I am Indore says we are best, we are best, we are number one, we have 10 crowns on our head. Will you believe? Now what we will do, we will bring some alumni statement.
Yeah, alumni.
How authentic are they? How authentic are they? How will you know?
Seeing the user, the person who have given the review, their profile, what kind of other reviews the person have given to other products, other brands, other places and all, and see how unbiased, because a lot of time reviews are paid reviews also.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Amazon, maybe it's IM, whoever.
Correct. So you don't know A has given review and he has never bought the product. So now what companies are doing, they are trying their level best to see that the review has credibility, authenticity, and it can be verified. We will discuss that in detail, don't worry. Yeah. Sometimes, let us say, sometimes I go to Amazon and many other sites and I see the reviews 5, 6, all big reviews, good reviews. When I click onto it, they will be all only, numeric reviews, quantitative reviews, not qualitative. Reviews does not have variance, meaning neither positive nor negative. All positive, 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 nothing negative. I will doubt. Got it? So we will discuss it. Is authentic and believable. Next, I said this one. What did I say? One is external, wherein you are depending on the brand advertisement, brand message. The second, I said you are depending on the consumer, the user's reviews and testimony. I also talked of somebody else. What was that somebody else? Your internal memory. Mr. Gautam bought a product. The product is pathetic. Nobody in this earth can convince him because his experience says it is pathetic, it will be pathetic, and it will never change. So, the most significant challenge of marketer is don't only depend on external content or information. Make the experience of Gautam so exciting, so very, memorable that Gautam will not rely on anyone. Once it strikes that there is a need, he will immediately go and buy the product which has given him the best experience. He will not go through search for information, evaluation, nothing. Entered his mind, no milk, immediately I will go for Amul. Yeah? Getting me? Yeah. That is immediate need to go for a destination, go to make my trip. Experience is good. So why should I search for information, do all these things? I don't have time. I don't want to. I will use heuristic because that is what I believe. Has been awesome. Yeah. So the challenge is to make the memory so very memorable, so very seamless. Nothing, no pain, only gain in the entire journey is something which you will remember. Let me go. Arpita, you have raised your hand. Yeah.
Ma'am, just one thing. I agree. Like it's always important to create a product or a brand memory in the customer, and of course, the best example is Amul. Even for the dog foods, if we say people go and ask if I need a dog food, they say pedigree. So that way it is. But like my question is like, only creating memory is like enough to maintain that brand name and the brand thing? Will it not like, is it not important to maintain that quality of that product or the service as well? Because yes, I am going in a Go IPO, of course. After using Go IPO, if I'm facing a problem, after using multiple times, even in Amazon, we are the regular customers of Amazon. But many time it happens, after using multiple time also, sometimes we use like we have ordered something and it has been drastically, we face some repercussions or some bad thing. So one thing is more than enough, one case is more than enough sometimes, to give that impact on that brand or the product.
Sure. You are correct. That we will discuss in the last juncture of the journey, last phase of the journey. We will discuss that. You are right. You are absolutely right. So here, therefore, what you have to see is try to make a person recollect his memory, refresh his memory, and that you can do by engaging the consumer. He speaks about his good experience. Yeah, you involve the consumer so that he remembers his memory. He feels proud that because I had a good experience and I have been involved in the process, he feels proud about it. And as far as external and internal source of memory, I have already said, give them platform, opportunity, and when it is an external source, you have to make your information appear to be convincing. Just don't overpromise. Tell things which are easy to process. I have seen sometimes, let us say you are giving an information which says, this is a product, this is the product. So this product says price which was 100 is now 80. This product says price which was 100, now the discount is 33.33, up to 33.33. Which one will be easy? This is easy to process than this. Yeah. So therefore, you should display information. Sometimes the information is so vague, so small, so difficult to process information. I sometimes struggle to find out where is the manufacturing and expiry date. I struggle to find out the ingredients. So therefore, make the information appear very salient, very obvious, very clear, and therefore from
user friendly.
Professor, I have a couple of questions if I may ask.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So my first question was, you took an example of surgery and as well as on the computer, the guy from Hire who asked the question. And you said that it is difficult for a person if he doesn't have an information, proper knowledge, so he should not be given the central way.
Sure.
Do you believe that it can be made simpler? For example, somebody saying it is smart green, and rather than saying that and you say that ye bijli bachata hai.
Yeah. Good. That I would have brought you in the next stage, which I thought I will discuss later on. We use a concept called FAB. Like my mother does not use technicalities, don't use technology, meaning features, technical features. Talk to her what would be the advantage of that feature and how she will benefit.
Understood, ma'am. And my second question was, when you talked about surgeries, I the same industry, and you said that that there is a central way and there is a peripheral way.
Sure.
When going for advanced technology for getting operated, what do you think is the peripheral way for these patients to make? Is there even a peripheral existence for them?
Very good. So here, when it is to do with healthcare, drugs, surgeries, things like that, where people don't have a lot of knowledge and information, so we have a concept called online community. So online community like patients like me. This is online community. Patients like me. This community is totally developed, managed by the patients. So the patients will say what type of surgery they underwent, what should you do, what you should not do, what are the things you should do before surgery, during surgery, after surgery. If there is any query and questions, connect with me. So patients and the community of patients, they connect with each other and help each other by sharing and caring.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other question?
No question, ma'am, but thank you so much. It was very detailed explanation in
Yeah.
terms of the consumer insights. But if you can just go back to one of the slide,
Yeah.
which has the random buying, extensive buying, because
Okay,
I have a
okay.
habit of noting down things
Yeah,
while I
no,
start
that's
something.
okay. Yeah.
Yes, limited buying. Perfect. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. So if you have understood in terms of your, search for information, 3 type, source, process. Type, source, and process. So it is very easy. Like sometimes we go to the online. I am searching for information on call for action, meaning phone number. I want to call them and place an order. The phone number will not be updated. It will be written out of function, it's not working. This does not exist. Many times you might have experienced it. What type of a journey is this? It is a journey full of patches with up and down. I don't like it. There will be information and information will be missing. There will be information of a form. The form is not available. It takes a lot of time to download the form. You cannot edit the form. It will be in a language which you cannot understand. Yeah, got it? So therefore, when you are talking about type of information, the language, the information, the technicalities, the numerics, every detail has to be taken care. Okay? Now we will go to the third journey, in the sense, the third phase of the journey. So when I'm talking about the third phase of the journey, it is about, just give me a minute to find the blank page. So the third journey. So this is a consumer or buyer decision journey. Phase 1, need for information, need recognition. Number 2, search for information. Number 3, any guess? Number 3 part of the journey?
Evaluate.
Very good.
Shortlisting, yeah.
Evaluation of options. 2 types of option. One is what you will buy, meaning the product. Next is where will you buy. So you are evaluating these two, this and this. So I will take what product to buy. So let us say I want to buy, somebody said, a refrigerator. Consumer durables, we say as appliances. Refrigerator. Now, if I ask all of you, please tell me the brand name of refrigerator. So people will say Godrej, LG, Samsung. Tell me the other brand names, please. Yeah. What are the other brand names? Godrej,
Voltas,
Panasonic,
Voltas,
Samsung,
Whirlpool.
Voltas,
Fire.
Whirlpool,
Bosch,
Panasonic,
Bosch.
Bosch. What
Fire.
else?
IFB.
Now, there are some brands which are not listed. It's natural. Why? Because this is called total awareness set, awareness. So from the total set, SET. So from the total set of brands, which brands are you aware of? Brand awareness brand. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 brands, let us say, customer A is aware of. The brand which the customer is not aware will never come to the next circle, meaning this circle will be consideration set, meaning the brands which are in consideration set, and from there will be the choice set. Now, the brands which are 7 brands, they are here. You are aware of these 7 brands. Good enough, very good. But all the 7 will not come in the consideration set. Maybe LG will come, Samsung will come, and let us say Godrej comes. Let's say. And finally, in the choice set, it is Godrej. Just giving example. Why is it that a brand which is, can somebody name some other brand which is not in the 7th category?
Sharp.
IFB. IFB is there. Blue Star
IFB.
is there.
Incorrect.
IFB. IFB,
IFB,
not
IFB.
SB. Yeah.
If
And Blue
IFB
Star.
is not there,
Electrolux.
correct. If these brands are not there in the awareness set, they are there in the total set. But consumer is not aware, they will never go to the consideration and choice set. Forget that these brands will ever be the choice brand. As a marketer, what should you do? Yeah. So first of all, you need to know, is your brand is in consideration chest, awareness set, where it lies. Now, but Samsung, Godrej, LG were in consideration set because people were aware. Why is it that, Whirlpool did not come in the consideration set? Panasonic did not come, Bosch did not come. Why? I am aware, but they did not come in the consideration.
Sometimes price also
The
matters.
advertising.
So they are not aware of the brand.
Just a minute. Somebody said advertisement. Can you come back? Why did you say advertisement?
Ma'am, I said why, because that creates the brand recall value, or
But I am aware. I am recalling the brand, but I am not considering.
Price, ma'am, sometimes like some are the products.
Ma'am,
Price
once again,
also
sometimes
matters.
we are advertising the product, but we are not able to advertise the actual technicality and the product specification in our advertisements.
So
That's
you
why
could
the
not convince me, okay?
Ma'am, or it can be like on top of the mind, like, जो दिख रहा है वो बिक रहा है.
Oh, he says that possible that Bosch and these were not there in the retail store or in my town or in my city. So जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So I did not find them. So non-availability.
because you have been marketed,
Out of stock.
but
Yeah.
actually, yes,
Yeah.
but
They are
actually,
not on discount. Yeah. Whatever can be the reason. Something can be the reason, right? N number of reasons. So in evaluation of options, what you need to understand is, yes, let me go for a new whiteboard. Just give me. Or else I will delete the materials from the whiteboard, which is not needed. I can delete this one. So in evaluation of alternative, which is extremely important, wherein you said that price, somebody said out of stock, somebody said it is not on, display, so jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai, somebody said it does not offer discount, whatever can be the reason, you need to fix them as criteria. So customer A, and like customer A, whenever a person goes for buying a product, in this case, a refrigerator, he has to have a criteria. This third stage, which is evaluation of options, first thing is the person has to have criteria. Criteria can be product related, price, warranty, after sale service, whatever. But there has to be criteria. And second is weightage. So customer A has a criteria that the refrigerator should be a particular size, should have warranty of more than 7 years, should be within the price range less than 1, or let us say 50,000, should be size, I said maybe some inch or something. Then the criteria maybe it should be having 2 doors, like that. He has criteria 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But of the criteria, possibly this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this is number 4. So hence, your Bosch and all other brands which were there in the awareness set never moved to the consideration set. Why? Because the criteria set by the consumer did not fit with those brands, hence deleted. Understood? Now, in consideration, you had Godrej, you had LG, and you had Samsung. But Godrej was considered and became your choice set. Why? Why was LG, Samsung not considered when they are all fulfilling the criteria? Because when you are evaluating the options, option was LG, Samsung, LG, Samsung, and Godrej. So criteria 1, 2, 3, 4. So what was your criteria? So one was size. Second one was warranty. Second one was type, which is 2-door. Second one was price. Third one was your size. Final was warranty. In these criteria, Godrej fared best. Tick, 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 tick. Whereas Samsung may be in 1, 2 criteria and LG. And the criteria where they failed was the important criteria. Did you get me? Hence, Godrej was selected. Till here, have you understood? From the consumer's perspective, don't now think of marketing perspective. Think from consumer's perspective that the person choice of Godrej was based on the criteria and the weightage. He has given weightage to 2-door. He has given weightage to within 50,000. If you're not, then they will not, they will drop the options or the brands. Yes, Alok, you have raised the hand.
But sometimes it can be depend on the customer only. Like some clients may be preferring the technical features more. Some clients are more concerned about the pricing.
Sure.
So is there any like universal concept is there to make a marketing the product?
No universal concept. Customer to make not at all consider door, 1-door, 2-door, 3-door. No. I just want the best brand, the international brand. Yeah.
It means we need to start from initial to end, like we need to follow
Understand the
all the
criteria.
parameters
As a
and
salesperson,
just go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
As a salesperson, you need to understand the criteria.
Because sometimes like we are having everything with us, like good quality, good product, good brand image, good advertisement, but even actually we are not able to sell the
But
product
you
on
have a high
counter.
price.
Yes,
Everything
exactly.
good
Like,
at a very high price. I will not be able to afford it.
if we talk about that example of this buying the refrigerator and the lady has been refused that I do not want it because everything is there.
Sure.
So sometimes it depends on the selling person also, like the end counter, the person who's selling the product actually. So maybe.
Yes. So as you said, my brand has everything. Your brand has color, size, design, warranty, features, but at a very heavy price, which I cannot afford. And you know, consumer meaning buyers, they use consumer decision strategy. They also use a strategy.
Exactly.
And the strategy may be compensatory and non-compensatory. What is it? What is compensatory? I can compensate. I can compromise. If one feature not there, others are there, I will compromise. But what if this feature is something which is non-compensatory? I will not negotiate. I will not compromise. 50,000 is the maximum which I can do. Nothing more than that is the must. Got it? So sometimes what happens, a consumer, when he is shown different types of brands by the salesman, the consumer will say, just show me things which are 50 or below 50. This is striped off, this is striped off, this is striped off. Because that is not what I will compromise. I'm left with which one? I'm left with LG, Godrej, Samsung, what? Because that is what I will not compromise. Got it? Understood? So, in evaluation of alternatives, what are the things which we discussed? Number 1, criteria. Number 2, weightage. Number 3, decision strategy. So first try to understand what is this criteria. What are the criteria? So therefore we tell now when you go to a retail store, the salesperson asks, Madam, what is the price range? Madam, if you want a laptop for what purpose? They ask you. There is probing questions for proper pitching. Then try to understand the weightage through interactions, through communication. and then figure out, observe what is their strategy. Is it that they are saying, no, no, don't show me products which are more than 50,000? That means it is a non-compromising attribute or criteria. Fighting on that will be waste of your time, my time. Like when I went for buying LG, I will give my example. When I went for buying LG, let me see, clear this. So when I went for buying LG from, here there are many, Lotus is one of the store, Lotus store, popular store. So I wanted to buy a AC. I bought it from, not LG, I bought a AC, which was, Daikin. Before that, I bought Hitachi. Now, when I went for buying AC, I was very clear, no compromise, window AC, 1.5 star. This is now no compromise. What did the salesman do? Salesperson started showing me different types of AC, split AC, window AC, 2 kg, this kg, that, tons, all this. I said, why are you wasting my time? I'm not interested. And if he speaks more, I will leave the Lotus store. Got it? So first, when I'm saying these two are fixed, why are you negotiating, talking, wasting, trying to convince me? I know my house, the size and my requirement, what I can afford. I cannot afford a split. I'm not rich. And I would like to go for a window because I may, leave this campus, or maybe I am just there for 2-3 years. Why to go for an expense? There can be n number of reasons. Now, when finally we decided, then I thought, let me check the knowledge of this salesperson. I said, okay, I'm convinced with the window AC, but I was not aware which brand will I go, though finally I arrived at Hitachi. So I said, can you tell me of different brands which are fitting to this criteria? Sure, many brands. Then I said, should I go for 3 star? Should I go for 5 star? What is all this difference? 3 star, 5 star, 7 star? So he said, madam, 3 star means 3 star like this. 5 means 5 like this. 7 means 7. What is the meaning? I also know 7 star means it will be 7 only. It cannot be 6. Tell me technically FAB. Pathetic. He could not tell me. I was confused. Should I go for this? There is a price variation in 3 and 5. So therefore, you need to understand, if you say 5 star means 5 star, that is periphery. I am talking about central, 5 star, 7 star, technically, energy consumption. Tell me what will, in a month, how much will be the saving of energy and electricity? Quantitatively, can you explain? Do you have a catalog or a booklet which can tell me? Are you getting what I am saying? Gentleman, I think Shvendra. He sells refrigerator, no? He's from refrigerator company.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
Shivendra. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, please?
You were not there?
Yeah, I was there, but
So Shivendra, the salesperson from Lotus, was not able to explain me 5 star, 3 star, 7 star. He only said 3 star means you will find 3 star count and see there are 3 in the leaflet. That is how you will explain.
Yeah, it's just the energy consumption, like 3 star,
I know
4
it
star.
is energy consumption. I know it, Shivendra. But tell me 3, 5, 7. What is the difference in the energy consumption for domestic use? For a person who operates the AC for 8 hours in a day. Calculate and tell me. 100% sure. Go today and check it. Hardly any SP will tell. SP means salesperson.
Yes. They will not. They will not know. They will not know. Even the brand don't declare how much energy this particular product will consume.
Correct. Getting me? Don't think we are fool. There will be consumer who will act he is very foolish, but he will be very intelligent. Just want to check. I remember there was a salesperson who came to sell credit card. And this was, I think, HDFC. I was already having credit card for SBI. He thought he will convince me through periphery. Meaning, madam, if you take our credit card, HDFC, this credit card will be given free. You haven't to pay any annual fee. Please take it. Many people from IMs have taken. I said, come to the central. Tell me what are the features, how many layers of security. All these things he flopped. Because salesmen are only trained on the feature. On the attribute. Yeah, attribute means features. They are not trained on FAB. What is FAB? What are your features and attribute? How it gives the advantage and what are the benefits to the consumer? What is for me? Not what you offer. What is for me? Why should I buy? Why should I prefer Mayank over Jacotam and not Tane? Got it? Okay. So therefore, as a marketer, tell me what should you do in your evaluation of alternative. This phase, what should you do? I said three. One, I said criteria. One, I say weightage. And then I said your strategy, consumer decision strategy. So as a marketer, what should you do? Train your salespeople to understand through observation, interaction, probing question, what is there in the minds of the consumer in terms of feature, criteria, and strategy. Observe them, body language. You know, there will be a lot of salespeople, those who waste a lot of time unnecessarily talking about things which persons are not interested in. Yeah. But there are salespeople who would definitely be very clear about what is your goal. So first of all, you train your salesperson on understanding the consumer, which is consumer insight, which we will discuss in detail. So you can know about consumer through observation. What else? Through interaction. These two. One is you observe, just observe what they are doing.
Listening, ma'am.
Which product go ahead.
Ma'am, the salesperson should do the proper probing question. Like along with that, there should be a customer engagement as well. Then only I think probably they will understand what exactly the customer need and they want and why they came to purchase that product.
Sure.
And on the basis of that only, they should not
Correct.
just sell the product, but at least give the solution what the problem they are facing for. So if you will give the solution, I think the sales will never be go wrong in that.
Correct. So salesperson 1, salesperson 2, he is pathetic, not able to sell. This gentleman is able to sell just because he is understanding the consumer. Through observation and interaction, this helps for probing. You can ask probing questions. This will give you an understanding what the customer wants. What type of probing question for customer A may not be same for customer B. And you know, there are salesperson who can know, let's say there are customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, all entering to the, to the retail mall, online, wherever they have just entered. This salesperson can say, this man is just coming here for loitering, just to pass on time. This is a serious buyer. This is somewhat confused. They can tell just knowing your body language. But this gentleman cannot say. So pathetic, drop him, ask him to go or get training. Okay. Let us say you have, let us say Mayank. Just taking randomly the names, Tanay. Let us say these are two types of salespeople. Mayank, you are doing extremely well in sales. And Tanay is doing extremely good in customer lifetime value. Mayank in sales, good, extremely good. Tanay in customer lifetime value. What is your reading? Whom should we keep? Whom should we throw? Or should we do something else?
I would prefer Tanay, madam.
You would prefer Tanay because Tanay is not there. Okay. You would prefer Tanay. Why?
Because he's giving a better cohort and it would be a long-term association. He'd be purchasing the product again and again.
He is able to bring back the customer. Tanay service, Tanay's relation, dealings, everything, so they are coming back again and again. So therefore, Mayank says Mayank is not good. Others agree? I think Mayank is equally good.
Yes.
Do you think Mayank is good? Mayank, you only said you are not good.
Oh, it would be good in some sense, but then
Which
getting
sense?
customer retention is more important.
No, why should it be more important?
Ma'am, maybe Mayank is good for customer acquisition and Tanay is good for retention. So both the things are
Yes.
required.
Mayank is extremely good in bringing new customers. Why should I leave him? Tanay is very good in retaining old customers. So if Tanay is a person dealing with banking customer, bringing them again back and back is good. But if you are dealing with customers, like for example, selling Hartley Davidson, how many you will bring old customer? You have to depend on new customers. Do you think, Sukhdeep, I will buy 10 Hartley Davidson? I cannot. Particularly in B2C. B2B is a different game. We are talking of B2C today in the class. So how many Sukhdev can buy as a B2C? 10 Hartley Davidson you will never buy. I need to bring new customers. Take Eureka Folk. What happened? How many people will buy water purifier? If I bought one, maybe I will buy two for my home. One in the upstairs, second is in the downstairs. Can I buy more than 2 or 3 units? So you need to bring new customers. So why should I leave Mayank? I should bring Mayank and retain him. But what I should do, I should train to Mayank. Mayank, you are doing extremely good in increasing sales, but you are not focusing on bringing back your old customers. Do something. We will send you for training. And I will tell to Tanay, you can exist in this company till you are able to bring the old customer, but try to bring some new, because beyond the level old will not repeat. And sometimes they may be very demanding, you know. So please bring some new customers. So maybe Tanay will be sent with, instead of going for training, which is very expensive, I will club Mayank and Tanay as a group. Tanay will learn from Mayank, Mayank will learn from Tanay about the retention and new customers. Or maybe I will say, no, Mayank, you go for training. Why? Because acquiring new customer is more difficult than retaining. And then I will tell to, Tanay, you are dealing with the, you are good in bringing the old customer back. So you don't need much on old customer. You need a lot of insight on new customer. Acquisition is very difficult. Tanay, we will be roping you with a senior salesperson so that you learn on the field. And bringing new customer is extremely difficult. But maintaining, not that difficult. So Mayank can be roped on with a supervisor or superior or a manager above him who does well and learn from the field. So companies have limited resource, Gautam. Therefore, if I give both of them training, it will be very expensive. So one can go for training, the other will go for, clubbing with the senior staff. Got it, Gautam? But I will not delete, demotivate, throw away Mayank. No, he is important for me. Got it? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Or else what I can do, there are many strategies which I can do. To Tanay, I will say Tanay will be only for the product which requires a repeat buying.
Ma'am, we
Repeat
can
buying,
also
Tanay. Maybe buying which is to do with, bringing new customers, new products. Will go to Mayank, and his new product selling is very, very tough. So Mayank will get salary plus commission, but Tanay will only get salary.
Ma'am, we can also tell Tanay, since he is good in customer relationship and servicing both, so why not getting more referrals? Because anyway, when it's a happy consumer,
Absolutely. Yes. N number of strategy, not one.
Ma'am, we can also, ask Mayank to keep acquiring the customers and then shift those customers to Tanay for, servicing and handling.
No. Look. Wait, hold on. Mayank is to bring new customer. Love. Yeah.
Well, Tanay can be used for managing those customers.
Can be, but sometimes what happens, madam, in particularly, let us say I am buying the LIC from Mayank. I will always like to get connected to Mayank, not to Tanay.
That's
Anna? I'm
That's
not
true.
saying you are wrong, but you need to be extremely careful when you are suggesting a strategy. You have to link it with the context. Got it, madam? You are right.
Yes,
Not
ma'am.
that you are, but link it with the context. Say, madam, in this scenario, this will work out. Yeah?
Sure. That's
Good,
right.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? I think our class was till what time? Can you just come back? Always I ask for the
15.
time. So now it is 1:16. So can we summarize what we discussed today?
Yes, ma'am.
We discussed only three phases of the journey. The journey is not complete. Half of the journey is there, and very important part of the journey, which we will discuss in the next class. But let us try to understand what was the journey. The journey was all about consumer decision. They go through a journey. This journey starts with need recognition. I said in need recognition, you have to understand why a person recognizes a need and goes for the product. When, why a person does not recognize the need, hence does not go for the product. As a marketer, how can you come up with some stimulus in form of product, price, promotion, physical distribution to trigger this need and make it very latent. From the latent, it comes to the manifest, meaning the need is there suppressed, bring it to the manifest level through external stimuli. Then we talked about the search for information. Here I said type, source, and then I said processing. And we discussed in detail what you should do in terms of type. So understand what are the types of information a person requires, try to understand what are the sources, and then figure out that the information, how it is processed, accordingly design and frame your information, meaning advertising, promotion, whatever. Then we talked about evaluation of options. So people have a lot of options. See whether the option is in their awareness set, choice set, consideration set, which set. And then if you figure out that they, as a salesperson or as a marketer, you know what is the criteria, what is the weightage, what is the strategy they use, you can be a good salesperson, right? So with this, we are done with the first three part of the journey. We will take the journey further in the next class. So all of you, I would appreciate if you can bring your own example, or if you can bring real life example, that will be enriching the discussion. So let me see the chat. If there is any question, feel free. Else we can go to the, we can call it a day and close the session. Yeah. Let me look at the chat. Yeah. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Sure, you have understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, understood.
Very good. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Have a good day. Yeah.
ma'am, can
please.
we have the summary slides for today's session only? Like any
I did not
slides?
use any slide, but if you want, maybe in the next class, I can give you some slides. Not an issue. I will do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Not an issue. But today's
Yes, sir.
class, I have no slides. Next class, I will use slides and I will give it to you. That slides will include today's class discussion. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, ma'am.